in the Premier League. Not quite sure what more you can do. First season in the top flight in England, came with a big price tag, but he's starting maybe now to find the way that Arsenal play, getting good moments, and he's used brilliantly by Mikel Arteta. Look, you mentioned it, I said, well, Jesus in today, says, yeah, well, about rotation, but you've got starters, and I don't like using the phrase, it's a bit modern, but finishers, maybe that's what he is, I don't know.
Yeah, well, look, Yokarez can be a great finisher for us in matches. You know, often he's done the hard yards in games this season and then come off on the hour when defenders are tired, and other players have benefited from it. Today it worked the other way round. You know, Sunderland have worked really hard to stay in the game, but ultimately he comes on at the right time. I'll give Arteta credit. He went quite early with the subs at 58 minutes, I think 59 minutes, double change, and both those guys, Martinelli and Yokarez, improved the team. They really did, didn't they? Jesus and Madueke came on. Those two, they took the team to another level. They elevated the performance, and in the end, it was very, very comfortable. And at certain points of this match, it wasn't super comfortable. So yeah, look, it turned out nice in the end, and now it's over to Man City tomorrow. Can they go to Anfield and win there? Let's see.
Look, if Arsenal take care of business, if Arsenal just keep on winning games, then it's not going to be an issue what Manchester City do, is it? No. And you do get the sense, and there's a little bit of a run here for the Gunners as well. And I know that we should never take anything for granted here. And Brentford's going to be tough away from home for sure. But there's Wolves away, the Spurs away, Chelsea home, Brighton home. Look, I know Chelsea will give us a game here. Spurs is always Spurs, but, you know, they're in a bad moment at the minute. You know, it's really a nice run of fixtures, I think, in my opinion.
Just keep that ball rolling. Just keep, you know, ride the wave and stay on it, because we're in good nick at the moment. One or two injuries have crept in, of course, again, but the team, I think, are showing calmness, and that's what you want to see at this stage of the campaign. Nice, cool heads, and hopefully that will be maintained between now and the end of the season. And hopefully we'll just get to a point where we've got so many points on the board that the others just can't catch us. And, you know, everything is heading in the right direction at the moment, and long may that continue.
3 clean sheets on the spin as well for the first time this calendar year. It's not just everything working at one end, but also the other. Look, we've got plenty more reaction to come from Nicole, from Femi, and all of the live from M5 crew, but a very professional and polished 3-0 success here as we hand you back to all of the gang. Arsenal 9 points clear at the top of the table.
That's right, 9 points clear right now at the top of the Premier League table. A 3-0 win, a clean sheet. Femi, things you love to see, am I right?
Exactly that, and if you watched from the beginning of the show, you will know we collectively, predicted that whole thing. I want to give it straight to Adam, because you said 3-0 minimum, and did you get what you needed?
So,
yes.
Yeah, we had to win 3-0. It was one of those, as I was saying it, I was like, I'm not even sure I'm ready for this, and then bang, absolutely top-class performance. Declan Rice as well. He emptied the tank out there, and right down to the last 5, he was absolutely sensational. And Martinelli, when he came on, Yokarez, just superb performance and disciplined again as well. So, yeah, 9 points clear. No. What a day to be a good one.
Feels great,
Are you happier that we won 3-0 or that you got your score prediction right? Which is better?
There is something about everyone shaking your hand and you standing there very, very smug. But I'll be honest, I'd have taken a 1-0. So as long as we won, that was all I really cared about. But yeah, absolutely buzzing with that.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember earlier I was talking about Kai Havertz's goal, because the type of goal is the best kind of celebration. You see that Yokarez, it's the same genre of goal where you're waiting, you're thinking this could happen. This could happen. Keep running. Brilliant pass from Martinelli, because I don't think the shot was on for him, actually. So really great vision to see that pass across. and then the goal. Yeah, exactly. It was cherry on top. Do you know what I mean? Exactly that.
You look at the menu and they go, you know what? Go on then. I have one of those. Thank you very much. And like, man, like we said it. This was a game that, like, they're gonna have to come out and play against us, and we're gonna exploit that. And surprise, surprise, Viktor Gyokeres and Martinelli, which we all mentioned, to say get them on the pitch, and they're gonna like capitalise in a game like this. It suits them. And yeah, man, 9 points clear. Villa dropped points today. Yeah. We don't look at our rivals, but like it's always nice to know that, you know, we've got the upper hand here. We really are the driving force in this league at the moment, and everyone has to try and keep up with us. Yeah. City have got to go away to Anfield tomorrow, so it looks like we're all Liverpool fans tomorrow. But like, I mean, even without that, do the damn thing. Just keep on winning like you're winning. It doesn't matter how you win, doesn't matter how you score. Get the job done, because we're all going to that parade. We have to be at the parade. We're all going to that parade.
I do hope so. Also, I love that you're like, don't look at rivals, what they're doing, but we do, don't we? Have an eye on them.
But then isn't it nice to play first?
It is actually,
win, and then I feel like a bunch of the games that the Ems has been really nervy has been when we've been on second. Do you know what I mean? Like,
the Ems,
sorry, the Ems. The Emirates Stadium in North London. When we're here and it's kind of like, okay, the other teams have done what they needed to do, it can almost feel like you're 1-0 down immediately. But when you go first, it's almost like you kind of layer, right, we've done our bit, over to you. I think that game tomorrow for them lot has just that little bit more pressure on it. And yeah, tonight's going to be a wonderful sleep, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally, because you're right, there must be something in it. Look, these are elite athletes, right? But the mentality, when you are the last ones to play and you've seen Man City, Villa, whoever get points that weekend, you obviously know that that's happening. Even if you're trying to, like, you know, blur it all out, you know, you follow football, they'll know what's happening. Yeah. So it must be quite nice for them to kind of go first and get their game out of the way, and then they can just sit back and watch.
Yeah, you play first and it's a great opportunity. You play second and it's a must-win. And I think the great opportunity mindset allows a little bit for more freedom, less nerves. The stadium itself felt like it was just a little bit more relaxed. There's been a lot of Premier League games here this season where it's just felt a little bit edgy and nervy. Every mistake is kind of like, oh no. But today just felt like it was relaxed. There was no mistakes in the back. Really well defended, really great from Raya, just the whole team. And we spoke a lot about what the substitutions would do to the game. I felt like Mikel got it bang on today. I felt like Eze gave like just a different dynamic to the game, especially because he's so willing to carry the ball. It kind of pulls the rest of the team out of position. People have to now go and catch him. And then suddenly you start seeing a little bit more from your wingers. And then Yokarez, I thought, did really well today as well. So there was just lots of real positives to kind of see across the whole spectrum of the match.
For sure. We should also give a shout out to a friend of the show, the brilliant actor Tom Hiddleston, because not only was he seen wearing the Live from N5 scarf that we gave him, clearly loved it. He did say a 3-0 score prediction on the pre-match show, and he pointed out the fact that whenever he's been here at the Emirates this season, there's always a last-minute goal.
I think he said, like, every time he's ever been here, there's been a last-minute winner for Arsenal, and which felt like a contradiction when he said 3-0. But I understand what he means now. That was a last-minute winning 3-0 goal. Exactly.
A late goal. We'll
so
give him
that brother is anointed, man, because he called the whole thing. We just have to make sure he's here every week, and then we'll be fine, innit? 13 more times, and it'll be blessed.
And what did you make of the start of the second half? Because Sunderland came out looking pretty good, didn't they, for me?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when you're in a league of this standard, you can't expect to control every second of every game. And I feel like we weathered that storm. They had a lot of possession. They had a lot of crosses and good, quote, like, phases of play. But by way of clear-cut chances, I think David Raya made that brilliant save for one of them. Aside from that, they weren't really becoming great chances. It was just a good phase of play. We weathered that storm, made some substitutions, and that pressure was off. And that's really how you win games. It's not necessarily can you be absolutely on top every second, but it's about those moments when you're not on top, can you avoid conceding? And that's exactly what they did. Yeah,
one man that we've already spoken a little bit about, Viktor Gyokeres. I mean, I want to hear your thoughts, because a great performance from him. It came on and made an impact. And I don't want to take too much credit here, but I did say at half-time that Viktor will be sat there watching and he'll be thinking, I can get on and do something and make an impact. And I want to hear what you made of his performance, but I believe we can hear it from the man himself right after the game. Let's have a look.
Viktor, you watched the start from the bench and then became heavily involved. Overall, did that feel like a really confident and comfortable performance?
Yeah, I think, of course, the result shows that, but I think, yeah, they're a very good side. They're very strong and good in the air, so it was always going to be a battle there. And, yeah, they created some okay chances, but I think overall we defended really well. And then, of course, when we scored 3 goals, it's a good result.
You were able to get control early and you restricted Sunderland to very few opportunities. Was that the difference between this game and the first game between the two sides?
Yeah, I think I wasn't involved in the first one, so I didn't really have the feeling from that game. I watched it, obviously, and there I think they were very effective in their chances. And yeah, we didn't maybe defend well in the crucial moments, but yeah, we did today.
And in terms of the performance all round today, a lot of the players coming off the bench and making a big impact like yourself as well. Does that just show the value of what's being built here?
Yeah, I think we've showed that throughout the season. I think a lot of players have come from the bench and done an impact. So, yeah, I think with so many games we have and so many competitions, I think it's very, very good sign. And, yeah, we just need to keep it going like that.
You touched on being so many games. You've had a really busy week already. There's another round of midweek fixtures as well. But confidence must be really high amongst the group.
Yeah, of course. We had some great results recently. But we know it's always tough, and you always have to be on top in every aspect to win games, especially in the Premier League. So yeah, we just have to take care of our bodies and prepare for the next one.
Nice to play this on a Saturday and watch the game on Sunday.
Yeah, it's all right.
Good man, well done.
Great to hear from the man himself, Viktor Gyokeres. I love that we were watching that and we were like, oh, he's quite chilled, isn't he, considering he just got a brace?
He needs to come in here. We're like a bit
Hype
more
him
up.
up.
Yeah, exactly. No, but he was brilliant today. I feel like when we signed him, this is the exact kind of performance we really were hoping and expecting to see from him. A slightly tired team, and he just kind of bullied them. He had 2 opportunities and he took them both really well. And it's kind of like he's one of those right place, right time kind of players. And you see, it would be easy to see Martinelli collect that ball at halfway line and almost let him run and see if he can do it himself. But just making that supporting run made all the difference. So yeah, I'm happy for him. And also, he strikes me as a real form player and a confidence player. And so it's only going to be a great thing that he's getting goals. He's done really well this month so far. So, you know, we'll just see how it goes. And hopefully we see many more goals like that for him.
Exactly that, though. This will give him that confidence boost, surely, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And you know what? It's just the beauty of being in so many competitions this far into the season. You know, you look into that Wigan at home game and you think that's probably a great game for Viktor Gyokeres. Whether he starts or comes on halfway through the game, he showed today it doesn't really matter. And I think this whole squad is starting to make me feel differently about the starting lineup and more thinking about who was involved across the whole game, because everyone played well, whether it was the people that started the game or the lot that came on 60, 70 minutes. And so, yeah, he was brilliant. I thought he played really well, actually, yes, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I feel like we also need to speak about Gabby Martinelli.
Yeah.
I mean, brilliant when he came on. And I think, I kind of felt sorry for him that he didn't manage to get a goal because he had quite a good chance. He did some lovely stuff right at the end, but couldn't quite get a shot, and you could see the frustration. But
absolutely.
Brilliant performance from him.
Exactly that. And just, can you imagine being a defender? You've been, you know, really going at it for 70, 80 minutes, and then a fresh Martinelli starts running at you. And you see there the kind of havoc and trouble that causes for any defender. Yeah. And yeah, he looked really, really great. He's definitely made a marker to say, maybe I should start the next game type thing, which I'm happy for. And that's what you want. You want all your players playing well. You want lots of competition. He also just looked fast today. He just looked really fit and strong and fast. And a lot of the players just look like we've weathered quite a heavy injury process through this season. And it's just quite nice to see a team that looks quite fit. And especially with this game congestion, the rotation looks like it's just paying off right now. Yeah. So yeah, exciting times.
It's a headache that we want Mikel Arteta to have.
Exactly.
Who does he start? Who comes on? You know, but we just know the amount of talent that we've got and that everyone can play their part. How do you guys feel right now? I mean, I know you must be elated. There are a lot of people that got the score prediction right, yay. But who stood out in particular for you? Because also, we are going to do our very own Live from N5 player of the match. Nice. But we need 3 options. So I'm going to get 3 of you to pick a player. It has to be someone different. And then Femi is going to it's on you to decide the winner.
Am I giving the champagne out? Perfect.
Yeah, apparently so. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it was a great team performance. I think there's definitely a few players that stood out. I'll go for Declan Rice. I just think the engine in there, just non-stop. Obviously, Yokarez, I think maybe will be an option as well. I'll go Declan. I think it was a captain's performance from a guy that isn't our official captain. So
he feels like he's such a leader, though, isn't he?
He does. It's sometimes the unseen things. Like a lot of people that maybe watch football, you watch the goals, you watch the assists, you watch the flicks and tricks. The amount of times he won the ball back today, you know, his reading of the game to intercept every single time and then drive forward, his engine just... He never tires. It seems like sometimes he gets fitter towards the end of games. I'm like, how is he doing this? You see him in interviews after the game and he's absolutely knackered. It's like, I understand that. So, he just runs non-stop. Brilliant player. I think he's the best midfielder in the Premier League right now. And we're lucky to have him.
Yeah, work rate, leadership. I mean, he's brilliant.
In the world. I said we were the best team in the world after we beat Atletico Madrid, and I got clowned online for it. 3 weeks later, everyone agreed with me. So I'm trying to stay away from the big statements right now. But I believe in this team. I love this team. It's about time we had a team and a belief in the stadium like we have now, and it feels like it's going to be a special season. So yeah, let's keep going.
For sure. Okay, so Declan Rice is an option. When you said that, there were a few groans here because they were like, "No, I was going to go for Declan," but I feel like there are quite a few options you could go for today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I reckon. I think one that probably not many would expect, David Raya.
Nice.
I think he had a brilliant game today. Commanded the box well. He was getting bullied and hit, but he just took all of those hits. And then it wasn't just him taking the hits and commanding the area. It was the ball distribution straight after and under high pressure situations. And it was
very important
wonderful.
1-0 as well.
And made two very good saves as well. It wasn't, like in the second half, they had another shot and another brilliant save from him. So he had I think one of his better performances in an Arsenal shirt, and that says something because he has been fantastic all season. So it was good to see him flying. So I'm gonna throw David's name in the ring.
Okay.
You wanna go?
Okay, well, that's really annoying because we were going to go. I mean, we were both agreeing on this. We were going to, originally it was Deckers, and then it was going to be Raya, and now we're in this situation. So I'm just going to throw out Yokarez because we got 2 goals out of him, and we can't not mention it.
Come on,
it just feels right. Yeah. It's the right choice to make. I mean, I'll be honest. Those first sort of 15 minutes of the second half, I did feel a little bit of stress. I didn't come here today to feel stressed. I came here to have a nice time, and eventually, after those changes, I think that's where everything just kind of changed. The pace of the game changed, and it ended up being way more exciting. And Yokarez just throwing out those goals. You're nodding because you agree.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100% timing of the goals as well.
Yeah.
That's the other big thing is whenever you need a goal, he did it last week against Leeds because Leeds just had like a 15-minute spell where they were quite good. Yokarez came in, he got the goal, just killed their storm.
Yeah.
Same again today. Sunderland were good. We were retreating a bit. We were struggling to kind of get that ascendancy. He comes on, scores a big goal. That was the game over. And then the second one, icing on the cake, game done. And we won 3-0.
Yeah, brilliant.
Just get that in again. Sorry, did you predict that? I don't really quite have that.
I think it was 3-0 now.
How pleased are you for Viktor Gyokeres as well?
Oh, buzzing, because he's taken a lot of flack this season, and some of it was quite right, some of it was fair, some of his movement, everything, he was adapting to a new league, and obviously with football, everything goes over the top. But that's 6 goals in 2026 for him, and he just feels like he's grown. Even the way he's looking for the ball and he's calling for it, he's asking teammates, demanding it. He wasn't doing that earlier. He's attacking the right spaces, and players want to give him the ball now, and that maybe wasn't a thing 3 or 4 weeks ago. So he's only going to get better from here. Give it another 6 weeks, he could have 20 goals.
Yeah.
Femi's nodding along.
Yeah, and to be fair, I feel like you get your number 9 to get 20 goals and there's some sort of a trophy that follows it. Do you know what I mean? So for me, if he can keep this form up till May, it will be a wonderful addition to the squad. So yeah, no, he played really well today. I thought he was fantastic.
It's been a good week. I can imagine that they're pretty buzzing in the dressing room, surely.
Yes.
They'll be happy.
Oh, I'd like to hope so. That's exactly what we're here for. So yeah, the spirits must be high. They have to be high because it was exactly what you want from your Premier League performance.
I'll just say one thing.
Yeah, go for it.
The maturity of this team. 3 years ago, right, the first title race we were in, 22-23, a lot of games will go into the wire. I remember the Reece Nelson goal, obviously, against Bournemouth, 2-0 down. Exactly, coming back to 3-2. It's amazing for fans. You love those moments. But what it does for your energy, then you go home, you got to recover. Whereas a game like Chelsea, like I said, the 1-0 where it was comfortable, no injuries. Today, pretty comfortable, nice defensive performance, obviously scored 3 nice goals. When you're in 4 competitions, this is what you want. You know, it's lovely for the fans when you have the 3-2s and the excitement, but in terms of energy and going deep in all competitions, this is perfect. If Arteta could have designed a game today, it would have been this. Keep it close, defend well, score your goals when you get your chances. And yeah, going in all competitions, I just see the maturity in this team now, and obviously how deep our squad is as well. I think it's going to give us that edge at the end of this season.
Yeah, totally agree. I also think the thing that benefited us massively today is Sunderland played against us. Sunderland tried to win the game. And I think what we can't do is get completely carried away and think that every performance we go into in the Premier League is going to feel like this one, where the team actually says we're going to go for the game and it's going to be open enough for us to try and actually play our kind of football. We're going to go up against another team who's prepared to just sit back and not do anything until the very last minute of a game. And so that's what makes this team really special, I think, this season, because we've shown everybody that it doesn't matter how teams set up against us, we've got ways to combat that, or we've got the antidote to whatever it is that they've tried to play against us. You want to play a low block, we'll do set pieces then, no problem. We'll put pressure on you in those sorts of areas, and it's going to be difficult to beat us in that regards. Okay, you want to play against us, we can play our free-flowing football, no problem. We can, we've got a solution to every problem this season, and so I reckon the players just need to maintain a level of calm and go into every game like it's not a big game, because naturally everyone's going to feel that pressure. 20 years, every fan is just waiting for that moment for it to just be done and be over with. And so I think Femi said it at the beginning, like it's down to the fans now at this point in terms of us getting them over the line, because really the players know what they're doing. They've been approaching this season brilliantly. Every game, even the tough games, we haven't really played poor. It's just moments. So fingers crossed this is it, guys. I'm buzzing, man. This is the one.
And make believe. And we've got to enjoy the journey as well. Femi, you've had a little while to think of who your player of the match is. So, I mean, you could go rogue, but it would be nice if you did go for either Declan Rice, David Raya, or Viktor Gyokeres. Who are you going with?
I feel like all 3 are worthy.
This feels like the Grammys again, right?
Yeah. And the nominees are, but no, all 3 were very much worthy. But for me, the hardest thing to do is actually score the goals. And everything that he's gone through this season to get a brace against Sunderland. And like Adam said, at the time we needed it. Don't forget, we went in at 1-0. They put some pressure on. He gets it to 2, and then he cherry on the top 3. So I'm going to give it to Viktor Gyokeres.
Well done, Victor. If you're watching, well done. We go again on Thursday.
Yeah, Brentford away.
Yeah, feeling good about that. They're in good form, though.
They're in good form. They're a great team. Sunderland are in good form. They're a great team, but this team is great. So it's hard not to watch something like that and not at least go into the beginning of every game with a level of confidence. So I'm feeling great and looking forward to it.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. All right, I'm going to wrap this up so we can go and party. Can you hear the band?
Yes.
I can hear the brass band.
There's a little
downstairs.
vibe out there. Yeah,
There's
I might
a vibe.
join
We're going to
in.
go
Exactly.
dance. Thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure. We'll be back live from N5 next Sunday in the FA Cup against Wigan. We'll be live from 3:30 p.m. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.